Hi guys, it's Danny. Alrighty, today I'm gonna show you how I like to know when it's time to water Catasetum orchids when they start to grow new roots from their new growth. I know there are a few ways to know. The most common ones refer to the roots. If the roots are 10 centimeters long or more, you can start to water them. Or if the new growth starts to produce leaves, again, you can start to water them. However, I do still get a few questions on this subject. And here's my way of actually knowing things. This doesn't only apply to Catasetum orchids, actually. So whenever new roots start to form on an orchid, they will not be able to absorb water. Why that is, I'm not entirely sure. They need to grow a little bit before they can actually properly absorb water. Pretty much this is why they say you should wait with watering Catasetum orchids, because the new roots will not be able to absorb the water. And I shall demonstrate that to you, and I'll show you how a root that can pick up water looks like in comparison to one that cannot. Okay, let's try on this one first because the roots are longer. At this point, I'm pretty sure they will not be able to pick up water. As you might know, roots change color when they get wet. Let's see what happens to these roots when I spray them. I'm sorry to get so close to them, hopefully you can see, but I need to be precise. Okay. So I've just sprayed a little bit of water on these roots. Hopefully you can see there is no difference in color. The roots stayed pretty white, and actually the droplets of water, hopefully you can see on this root, they stay on the root. They don't seem to be absorbed. So these roots cannot really absorb water just yet. So at this point, it's useless to water your Catasetum because these roots cannot absorb water. And I know the roots will go into the pot and you will not be able to properly see them. But whatever tiny little remaining roots you have at the top, even bits of the roots, that's all you need. You don't need to see the tips or anything. You just need to see the white portion, a little bit of it, and you need to pay attention to the color change. So as you can see, there is no color change right now. We'll come back in a few days when these roots will be bigger and they will be able to absorb water. Alrighty, so about 2 weeks have passed and it's time to see if my roots are starting to absorb water. So I'm gonna spray this one first because I know what's gonna happen. So I spray the roots and hopefully you can see. Let me try to give you a close-up. It's gonna take a little bit, but the roots have started to change color. Okay, let's give it a little bit more time so you can properly see what I mean. Hopefully. Alrighty, so you can see here right at the base, they're starting to change color. They go a little bit darker, a little bit greener. Hopefully you can see. So about this time, when the roots start to go like this, I would actually start to spray the top of the media with water. No need for soaking or anything of the sorts because this is actually the first day that I notice they are drinking water. So at this stage, as I was saying, I would spray the top of the media and maybe in about a few days to a week, I will start to run water through the pot. No need for soaking, again, because there aren't enough roots, so the pot really doesn't need a good soak, but run a little bit of water through the pot and you will actually notice as the days go by that the roots will start to change color more and more and drink more and more water as they grow. Okay, let's now look at this one. I already sprayed this one to test it earlier, but yeah. Okay, so let's spray them. Hopefully you can see I don't have any color change on this one. So for now, this is not drinking water. The roots are not ready. So I would wait a little bit more with this one. Now let's take a look at the orchids. Hopefully you can see this is quite leafy, let's say. It started to leaf out. However, the roots are not ready to drink water. This, on the other hand, is pretty tiny. However, the roots are longer, so I don't think that the whole leafing out thing is very conclusive. And also, I don't think the whole roots of about 10 centimeters is really conclusive either, because sometimes you really cannot see them through the pot. So I figured this out because when I had my Catasetum potted, I could only see this of the roots. Everything was inside the media. I could not see how long they were. I didn't know about the whole leafy situation, so this is how I could tell when to start watering. And imagine that you have your Catasetum in ground like this, in media, sorry, that's all you need. All you need to see is a centimeter or two of the roots to figure out if they can drink water or not. Now, in all honesty, if you start watering a few days too early or a few days too late, nothing bad will really happen. The point is to not keep that media soggy for no reason. And that's the whole gist of things. But if you water it slightly, really nothing bad will happen. These roots will now rot. I've been spraying them each day. nothing bad will happen. So just exercise common sense, really. Don't be so freaked out that you started one day earlier and stuff like that. Just don't overdo it. So hopefully you get the point. But if you are looking for a tip, hopefully this helped. And really next year I'll do some more experiments because I really don't like the Catasetum orchids getting like this. So yeah, I'm actually gonna start watering slightly through the dormancy as well. Let's see if this kills my orchids or not, because there's no other way to learn until you try it. Well, everything should be tried with measure, so I'm not gonna keep them soggy or anything. You'll see. But for now, stick to the knowledge you see on the internet if that is comfortable for you. And also, if you're not sure if you should water or not, just spray a little bit the roots. If they change color, they're drinking water, so you can start to water lightly. Try to start lightly and move on as you go. You will see the roots through the pot as they grow. You will see that the orchid will start to plump up and drink more and more water as they grow, but it's always better to err on the less side at the beginning. So alrighty, thank you for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and a share. Subscribe to my channel for regular orchid videos, and also feel free to leave me comments, suggestions, or anything you'd like to ask me about orchids in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you. If you click on the left side of your screen, you'll be directed to orchidnature.com, where you'll find care sheets, identification sheets, and also you can talk to us in the forum section. And on the right side of your screen, you can click to watch another orchid video. Thank you for joining. I'll see you next time. Bye!